Hello, hello, and welcome back to Mindfully Rich Podcast, your weekly look at life and finances with a twist. I'm your host, RichE, and y'all, guess what? Guess what? This week, the episode is on time. Guess what? I also have posted on all of the social media platforms. I make it sound like it's a whole bunch of them, right? IG is the social media of choice where I have chosen for Mindfully Rich Podcast to live at mindfully_rich_podcast if y'all not following it. But I have already made the post. I'm doing the episode on time, not Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Y'all, I am on it this week, okay? You want to know what happened? I had to get organized. I don't know if y'all the same way, but whenever I'm not organized, like I'm falling behind somewhere, everything else lags, right? It's also like when my car is dirty, right? When my car's dirty, I be like, okay, I just can't think right. When my house is dirty, I can't think right. You know, I don't keep a dirty house. I'm just saying, if something's out of place, that's dirty to me, right? You know, a cup can be on the counter. That's out of place for me, okay? Ask about me, okay? No dirty house. But it's one of those things where I had to get organized. Now I'm back on track. So excited that y'all are back here with me. So many great things are happening for Mindfully Rich. I'm so excited, y'all. Thank y'all for all of the listens that y'all have been doing, all of the sharing. I truly appreciate that. That is the way that you can support Mindfully Rich Podcast. I also got on there how you can send a church donation. I ain't gonna go into that because I don't want to be begging, but you know, if that's something you would like to do, let the Lord lead you, okay? And so thank you once again for joining me for another episode. Y'all, I think I'm trying to add it up real quick because I haven't really been adding up how many episodes in I'm at, just because we're in season 2 and I ended season 1 at episode 25 and today is episode 11. So we 36 episodes in. Oh my goodness. Y'all know I always talk about consistency. That is one thing that I have been trying to do. I told myself when I first began this podcast in March of 2020, y'all, March of 2020, I said, just be consistent. And so for 36 weeks, I have brought y'all an episode and I have done what I said that I'm going to do. And I'm going to continue that just because y'all are showing me that y'all obviously like this. All of the comments, all of the DMs that I get from y'all. I got people listening from everywhere. Like I don't even be knowing. I look at the stats sometime and say, who is listening in Jamaica? Okay. Who is in Alaska? Y'all know I'm still saying that. Okay. Thank y'all for the listens. I truly, truly appreciate that. Okay. But y'all listening from everywhere. And I'm just excited to have a fan base like y'all, not even a fan base, just a support system. That's what I want to say. A support system like y'all that will tune in. Let me know if y'all have questions, and just show me love. I just truly appreciate y'all. And I just had to make sure y'all know I love to start off just showing y'all some love. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out last week's episode, So Icy. It was inspired by the Gucci Mane and Jeezy versus battle that happened. And so nothing to do exactly with their battle per se, just because it was a music battle that was going on. But the question that I posed was, are you acting your wage? And I talked about a lot of good things that you need to go back to that episode and make sure you listen, share it with those who also need to hear that episode. And once again, I want to tell y'all, if you aren't following me on IG, communicate with your girl. The podcast is located at mindfully_rich_podcast. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into our Mindful Money Moment segment. And the music title inspiration comes from my boy from the hometown, Twista, featuring Pharell, Lavish. And it's the Black Friday deals episode. Why did I do such a deep pause? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But y'all know I already have the Black Friday shopping tips episode where I went into lots of stuff, but I wanted to clarify some things just because I did get quite a few questions on that episode. So I did want to talk about the actual deals as well, just because we're in the week of Black Friday. And Black Friday looks totally different this year than it's normally looks. So if you're not aware, if you've been under a rock or you just don't know, Black Friday is normally the unofficial holiday shopping day. I'll say it like that. It used to happen. So when I first started Black Friday shopping, it was back in 2003. This is when all of the stores weren't open on Thanksgiving. They were closed and you would go to the store the next day, but it would normally be early in the morning. So back in 2003, when I first started Black Friday shopping, it was like 5 a.m. when I went to Walmart, then hit up Target. Like we would have a whole list of stores. Like y'all just don't know. Like Black Friday shopping is my thing. This year, I know we're in a different place and we're not going to have it, but I'm still going to do my shopping online. But y'all just don't know. I get a lot of joy from Black Friday shopping, from going into the store, bumping into people, all of that. Okay. Now that all of the world has, this invisible cooties that's going around, I'm not going to nobody's store to sit in nobody line to do nothing, just because all of the Black Friday deals will be online, which goes to the next day. Used to be Cyber Monday, but it's not really a Cyber Monday anymore because all of the Black Friday deals are going to be online. But we'll go ahead and we'll get into that. And so the one thing that I wanted to say, I love to look rich, but I shop cheap, but I get the good deals. Okay. I want y'all to hear that. I like to look rich, but I shop cheap. You always want to make sure that you are getting deals. You don't just ever want to show up to a store. You haven't did any research in advance. That's period. That's regular shopping. And we about to get into Black Friday shopping. You don't ever want to go to the stores and you haven't did your research. Reason being, you're going to spend too much money. And that's the reason why y'all here. You want to figure out how you're able to save money. And so for Black Friday, you have to set some time aside that you're able to do some research before you actually go to the store if you're really trying to save money. And so going back to the first Black Friday shopping tips episode, I talked about planning what you have to buy, right? I talked about gifts and your food. What is it that you're going to be getting? Just because I know a lot of y'all will be cooking. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. A lot of y'all will be cooking for Thanksgiving, cooking for Christmas, New Year's, all of those things. And then I know that lots of people are purchasing gifts. The holiday season brings about gift giving. Now, I also mentioned in that previous episode, I told y'all I'm not really a gift giver anymore. Unless I happen to be in like a Secret Santa gift exchange or something like that, which we're going to go into as well. But I'm not a big gift buyer, especially for my kids. I like to create experiences. So that's where I'm at. But this episode, I do want to talk to those people who are purchasing gifts, just because I know that that's a lot of the world that's going to be purchasing gifts. And so before you get into planning who it is you're going to buy for, what those gifts are going to look like, what those limits are going to be for those gifts, you need to really figure out, are you financially prepared to spend money during this holiday season? The world looks way different, and I don't know what your financial situation is. I'm not getting into your bills or anything like that, but you know what your bills are. You know what your debts are. You know what you can afford and what you can't afford. And so what I want everybody to do is look at your current budget, look and see where you're at. Just because I'm old enough to know that I've lived quite a few different holiday seasons. I've had the holiday season where I took bill money and I spent it on gifts because that was something I thought I needed to do. I've had holiday season where I couldn't purchase gifts, and so we just didn't have any gifts. And I've had holiday seasons where I was straight and everything was planned out. So the one thing that I would say is you want to be in that last category. You want to be straight. You don't want to just take money from other places, other bills, and try to purchase gifts when you know you don't have it. So being financially prepared to spend money this holiday season is what you need to look at. You need to see, how much money do I have going out? How much money do I have coming in? Do I have any money left over that I can put towards the holiday budget? that I can put towards purchasing the gifts that I would like to purchase. That's number one, y'all. You really need to make sure that you do that. And when you do that, then you can see how much money you're working with. A lot of people work in reverse. They just go out and buy, and then they take from other places in their budget. Y'all need to make sure you're doing it the way that I just said. You figure out what your financial situation is looking like. How much money do you have after all of the things you need to pay? I promise you, ain't nobody gonna fall out that you couldn't get them a gift, okay? They just not. They just gonna have to deal with it. Tell them Mindfully Rich podcast said you can't buy no gifts if you couldn't afford it. That's just where we at. Okay. And so after you do that, in that last episode, I also mentioned you want to take a look at who all do I need to purchase gifts for. Now, I'm going to say if you're purchasing for kids, because I got quite a few questions on this. If you're purchasing for your kids, or you're purchasing for your nieces and nephews or grandkids or kids, godkids, whomever it is that you're purchasing for, and these happen to be children, I'm going to say 18 and under, okay? If you're purchasing for them, more than likely, sometimes you're getting them more than one gift, right? And so I read something that said, if you're getting gifts for your children or teenage kids, 18 and under, and you're purchasing quite a few gifts. So let's say I have kids. If I was getting them gifts this holiday season, I normally would get them quite a few gifts. But I read something that says you should get your kids something that they need, something that they want, something that they can read, and something that they can wear. Those are the 4 things that they say that you should get them instead of getting them millions of gifts. Okay, I know it's normally not millions, but you know what I mean when you just go crazy, getting them quite a few gifts, right? And so if you're trying to save money, that list that I just mentioned, something that they can wear, something that they can read, something that they need, and something that they want. Getting them 4 gifts, if you're one of those people, if you're a parent, grandparent, godparent, all of those who normally get multiple gifts, try the 4 gift system, or picking one of those things. Say you don't want to get all 4 of those things. Pick one of those things that you can get, right? Instead of spending all of that money, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to save, right? Also, if after you do your budget and you see you're working with a limited amount of money, right? And I've already said this year looks different. So it's okay. Just in case you needed to hear somebody tell you it's okay that you don't spend a lot of money on gifts, I'm telling you right now. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on gifts, there are some options that you have, which are some gift exchange ideas, which I mentioned in the last episode, but I wanted to clarify a little bit in this episode. And so say you and your family, right? Y'all normally purchase gifts for everyone. Say it's like 6 people in your immediate family and you're normally getting 6 gifts for everyone, right? Everybody's getting 6 gifts apiece, right? Why do that when you can do a gift exchange idea, right? And so Secret Santa, for the most part, you know what that is. If it's 6 people, all of y'all put everybody's name and say a hat, everyone pick a name. That's the person you're purchasing for. You don't let them know that you're their Secret Santa. You go purchase a gift. Y'all set a limit. Boom. Set a limit that's reasonable. I hate gift exchanges where the limit is like high. Like they're like, oh, okay, $100 and under. Okay, no, not for me. Y'all getting a good $25 and under gift from me. Okay, I just want y'all to know, don't be afraid to set these limits down a bit. Okay, I know some people that think they got to get this lavish gift. You do not have to do that. You just don't. Okay, set that limit, that gift limit. If you're doing gift exchanges, set that at a reasonable amount. Okay, $25 and under, $30 and under. Okay, and that's it. For those of y'all that just want to go $50 and under, make sure everybody comfortable with that, because everybody don't be comfortable and everybody not going to tell you. So let's just look out for everybody's feelings and set those limits a little smaller. Okay. And so Secret Santa is the first gift exchange idea. Then you have white elephant gift exchange. And so I got so many questions on what is white elephant. So I wanted to make sure that I explain this, because if you've never done this before, it is so fun. Now, remember, I'm only telling y'all this if you've done your budget and you see you're a bit limited and you're one of those people and you normally have a big immediate family or friend circle that you have to buy for. I'm trying to give you gift exchange ideas so you're not having to purchase multiple gifts. So that way you're only purchasing one. Okay. And so for White Elephant, what this gift exchange looks like is everyone in that gift exchange would purchase a gift and it has to be wrapped. Okay. And so when everyone comes for that gift exchange, you either give them a number or you just put their names in a hat, and that's going to be the order that they open gifts, because the order in which they open gifts is important, because the first person who opens a gift through the White Elephant gift exchange, they open their gift, that's their gift. The second person who gets a chance to pick a gift from all the gifts that was brought, the second person gets to see if they want to steal the gift that the first person opened, or if they want one of the other unopened gifts. You heard me right. Then the third person, if they decide I want to take one of the gifts from one or two, or if they want to get a gift that's one of those unopened gifts. That's what makes White Elephant fun. Just because you get a chance to steal gifts from someone, but you only get a chance to steal that gift once. I think it's once. Okay. So like, say if the first person, they open a gift, they got a gift. Second person goes, they say, I want to steal the number one's gift, right? Then the person who has their gift stolen, they get a chance to repick a gift. And I think you only get a chance to steal once. But y'all go ahead and look up the rules on Google. Or you can make up your own rules, okay? Make it up. Have fun with it. The point of this is to pick a gift exchange that works for you, your family, your friends, so that you're not getting multiple gifts. And then the last gift exchange that you can do is the left-right game. Y'all, I've had so much fun with this. I want y'all to just Google the left-right gift exchange game. It's so fun. They have stories where every time the word left is said, the gift that you purchase goes left. Every time the word right is said, the gift that you purchases goes to the right. It's so fun. Go ahead and look it up. The point of me re-saying this is that you get a chance to see gift exchanges are a way so that you don't have to purchase multiple gifts for your family, your friends, or whomever it is that you will be purchasing gifts for. All right. And so now we're going to go ahead and get into the meat of this episode. I just wanted to give some clarity to the last episode. So I want us to go back to the list of people that you're purchasing gifts for, right? Remember how I said earlier, you don't just want to go to the store just buying gifts, right? Think about it like this. When I'll say me, I'm not going to say y'all like me, but me, when I'm going to the store to purchase gifts, y'all, I got ADD like a mug. I go into the store, I'm like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If I don't have a list, I'm coming home with the whole store. It's the craziest thing. I come home with the whole store. I get home, say how much I don't need the stuff, and then I take it all back. That's what I do. That's the reason why doing your research on gifts that you want to purchase for the person that you need to purchase a gift for beforehand is so important. This is the thing. You may be saying, I don't know what I want to get them. Try to look at their Facebook, their Instagram, look and see what it is that they've been saying that they want. You have to have some type of idea around what it is the person that you're purchasing a gift for, what it is that they want, because you don't want to just leave it up to chance and leave it up to, I'll just be searching online and just find something. No, have an idea of what it is you want to purchase, and also have that limit amount of how much you want to spend. Looking at your budget beforehand gives you an idea of how much can I spend on each person? Okay, I got $10 per person. I got $25 per person. Or I got $50 for this person, $100 for this person, $25. However it is that you're designating this in your budget. But looking beforehand. And so this is where the good part comes in at, okay? So when you're looking for your gifts, y'all, if you haven't already, I need y'all to check out blackfriday.com. Blackfriday.com. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this site, you can go on there and all the ads for every store is just right there in one spot. And it's so simple now. Back in the day, they didn't have nothing like this. Okay, I told y'all, I've been Black Friday shopping since 2003. So now all you have to do, you go onto this site, and if you see Walmart, you click on Walmart and it'll go page by page, and you can click on the item and then it'll tell you this is the price. This is all of this. I mean, you can see it because it's an ad, but it's so awesome the way that this site is set up. Also, the best feature that I love is how they have a search feature. So I'm going to let y'all know about the deals that I'm going to be getting. So every Black Friday, I buy sheets. I love sheets. I am a high thread count girl. I love to have some good thread count sheets. Okay. So now they're up to, I think it's 1,200 or 1,250. So each year, I can remember it was like, I don't know what year this was. I don't know. Years ago, where they started with 300, then they went to 400. Each year they would put out a new thread count to be on sale, right? And so this year it's up to 1,200 and 1,250 thread count sheets. I'm going to Walmart because Walmart has 1,200 thread count sheets for $25. And some people would ask me, is that a deal? Yes, it's a deal because just like I told y'all, you have to research what the normal cost of that product is. And so I know the normal price of 1,200 thread count sheets are normally $50 and up. To get them for $25, that's a deal. So I already know that I want that. I go in knowing that I want that. So check this out. Say if I wanted to see who had 1,200 thread count sheets, how much would they be at each store? On the blackfriday.com site, I could put 1,200 thread count sheets in the search and it'll show me every store that's going to be selling it. Y'all, that is so bomb. Y'all don't even know that this is so awesome. That's great because you get a chance to compare prices right there. It makes it easy. You don't even have to go to website after website after website or look at ad after ad after ad. All you got to do is put it in the search bar and it's going to shop through hundreds of stores, y'all. I said shop. It's going to search through hundreds of stores to see who has the best deal. And it's going to show it to you. So that way you can write that down on your list when you start your shopping. And so the thread count sheets right now is between Macy's and Walmart for me because both of them have a deal. Walmart has them for $25. Macy's has them for $29. So the thing what I'm going to look at is to see what the colors is that they have to determine who I'm going to get that from. Another item that I'm going to be getting this year is an air fryer. So I haven't, converted all the way to the air fryer. And I know lots of people have an air fryer. I haven't got all the way over there yet. And so this year I'm purchasing one and I saw that they have them for $20 at Macy's. I was like, $20? So to me, okay, they have air fryers at quite a few places. I put it in the search bar and quite a few places pulled up. And so that's what I just wanted to let y'all know just a few of the ways that you can search for these deals. So an air fryer is something that I want to get. I need to get a blender because I'm a smoothie girl now. I need a blender, a real blender, because right now I have like the little handheld one. It's working, but it ain't making the smoothies fast like I need it to. Okay, so I have to get a blender. And so I would prefer to get a Ninja. So I put Ninja in so I can see who has the best deals. And so I'm just giving y'all some examples of how great this blackfriday.com website is and how you can search to see what the deals are. So that way you can get the best price and save money. Okay. And I want to move on to my favorite places to get the best Black Friday deals. Okay. Walmart, number one. Okay. I know a lot of people who just be like, I ain't going to Walmart. Da, 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 da. Okay. I love going to Walmart. I am not too bougie, no matter how bougetto I get. Okay. Because depending on who you ask, I'm very bougetto. Okay. And so Walmart, I can always mess with, but it's online. You're ordering online. Why not? Walmart has great deals. If you haven't been shopping there, if you have kids, okay, if you have kids, they have great deals for you. Great cheap deals for you. For your kids. Also clothing items. If you need clothing items during that time, socks be super cheap. Underwear be super cheap. Especially for your kids. Like little kids too. Toys be cheap. Y'all, great place. Walmart is always on the top of my list for Black Friday shopping. Also TVs are cheap. If you're getting TVs dirt cheap at Walmart. Target. Next place. Okay. Love shopping at Target. Now, this is the thing I wanted to say about that because the people who normally don't shop at Walmart normally shop at Target. And you may be asking, what if Walmart has an item that Target has, but it's cheaper at the other store? You can price match. And see, that's another thing. Because how the blackfriday.com site is set up, you get a chance to do that search feature. That's the reason why you're searching for those items ahead of time so you can see who has the best deal. But just say you love Target and Walmart has it cheaper. Target will price match Walmart's price. Target has, when you click on it, when you're in the ads on that blackfriday.com site, Target has it where it'll say compare prices and it'll show you other stores as well. That's a feature that I love of Target. So Walmart, Target, top two stores that I go to. Macy's is another place that I go to just because I love bedding. And they have good prices on their bedding. They have good prices on their appliances as well during Black Friday. So Macy's is another place that I love to go. And also Amazon. Those are my top 4 places that I will be shopping at this week just because Black Friday is going on this week. And I want y'all to make sure you check out at mindfully_rich_podcast on IG. I posted the Black Friday schedule, when Black Friday starts and when it ends. So make sure you check out my IG page at mindfully_rich_podcast. So that way you can see the schedule of my favorite 4 stores. Once again, that's Walmart, Target, Macy's, and Amazon. And a lot of people didn't know Amazon does have Black Friday deals. And so if you wasn't up on that, when you go to blackfriday.com, you will get a chance to see Amazon's ad that they have. Okay? All right, y'all. So that's it. I think I didn't mention everything. Let me look at my notes. I'm trying to make sure we good to go. All right. And so the most important thing that I wanted to make sure I disclose to y'all, you got to live after the holidays. So I know for those of y'all that are purchasing gifts, make sure those gifts that you purchase are reasonable. This is the thing. It's just the thought that matters. So if you ain't got it this year, please know I'm the one telling you. If you ain't got it, stay away from it this year. Let those people know, you know what? It's a hug year this year. Okay. Your gift is a hug for me. That's what you getting. Your gift is a call from me to say, what's up? How you doing? Let me pray for you. Something like that. Okay. But the most important thing is that you want to make sure that you're checking your budget because the thing that I want to ensure that you're aware of is that you have to live after the holiday time, and everybody will be okay if you're not purchasing gifts. But if you are purchasing gifts, if you can afford to purchase gifts, make sure you are setting your limits ahead of time. Make sure you're picking out what those gifts look like ahead of time, and you're doing your research and checking out the blackfriday.com website. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move into our financial self-care tip segment. And this week, I want y'all to get prepared for the holiday season next year by opening up a savings account where you can save the money you need for the holiday season next year and get that started now. So this year, I created a holiday savings account because y'all know I like for you to save at credit unions. So at many credit unions, you can open as many savings accounts as you want to open, no fees or anything associated with it. So I have a savings account at a credit union, and I set up an automatic deposit of $45 every 2 weeks. Okay. And so what I want y'all to do, because I've already added it up and calculated it for y'all, if you set up a direct deposit, not a direct deposit, an automatic deposit of $40 every 2 weeks. So that means $40 for 26 weeks. Then you'll have $1,040 by Thanksgiving next year. How cool would that be if you get started with an account now? So that way next year you already got the money put aside and budgeted out. Trying to make it easier for y'all. So set up a savings account and use this for your holiday spending next year. Set up an automatic, I always want to say automatic deposit. Yes, that's right. Automatic deposit. Because check this out. The reason why you want to set up an automatic deposit is I don't trust y'all to save on your own. When you have it automatically deducted from your checking account where your check comes, or I'll tell you to take it a step further. If your company allows it for your direct deposits, if they allow you to set up to have another direct deposit into another account, like a savings account, set up to have $40 every 2 weeks from your check go directly into a savings account just to ensure that you're saving and getting prepared ahead of time for the holidays with that savings account. And if y'all have any questions about opening up savings accounts or where you should open one up at, hit me up in the DMs at mindfully_rich_podcast. And y'all, this was a long episode. I am laying down in the bed. I am tired, okay? I love giving the information, but that's it. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Okay. I love taking that from one of my favorite YouTubers. It's this homage to my favorite YouTuber. Okay. And so until next time, y'all, when I hit you with another one, and don't forget, subscribe, listen, and share.